Make sure we record. Let me make sure we recording for part 3 of me reacting to these pictures. We're gonna get these last few pictures out the way, and I'm finna go to bed because I got a long drive tomorrow. But yeah, welcome back. As always, Timothy Humber Cooking. For some reason, I just wanted to double check and make sure I'm recording. But as always, all love, praise, and glory goes to the Most High God. And, how dare me not finish that? I should have just said it anyway. But as always, don't thank me, thank God. Because everything I do, everything I've accomplished is all because of God. I've done nothing on my own. So yeah, let's get back into this. Alright, we already did this, but I had to rewind it a little bit because it just keeps moving, and I don't want it to get too far. We gonna start. Give me 1 second. Where did I end? Oh yeah, I think that was it right there. Alright. Now, read this. Now when y'all pause the video to read this, when I say simp logic, I'm not talking about the guy that said this. This guy's cooking. I'm saying it's simp logic because simps will actually chase a woman. Tricks, as I might say. I just say simps because people just know simps more. But simps and tricks are a little bit different. Again, simps are going to bring their heart. Tricks are going to bring their wallet. But, yeah, he's saying I'm supposed to chase you and pay your bill. Like, no, bro, I'm not. Only simps and beta males chase women, bro. I mean, alphas do too, but usually they chase at multiple women, but it's still not healthy regardless. But at least they aren't hooked on one woman. Nine times out of 10, which still ain't a good thing. Which still ain't a good thing because oftentimes they be cheating. But that's a conversation for another day. But that's what I'm saying about this. I had to lean back. I'm getting tired. But my eyes dry. What was I trying to say? Yeah. So a simp or a trick will chase a woman, put her on a pedestal, worship her like she's a god, put her first in his entire life above God, and then put her in a position, do all that, pay all the bills, and then still get her a mate and not even require her to do anything. And then they'll do that and then get super disrespected and get cheated on, and then they'll be heartbroken and be like, well, what was me? I gave her my heart. What happened? I gave her all this money. I gave her my access to my whole bank. I chased her through the ends of the moon, the earth, the stars. She left me on red. She left me on red in my DMs for 6 months, and I did everything I could for her. I put her in a position to where she never had to work or do anything again. She didn't even have to cook or clean. I even got a maid. And I pay all the bills. So why isn't she happy with me? Why aren't my kids mine? Because you're a doormat and a simp. Women can't respect men that don't respect themselves. Even if they want to. But let's go on. Here's the next one. This is another one that really irritates me, bro. This is what a trick would say, but I only said simp because I actually didn't say simp in this. But this is pretty much something a trick would say. And I said at the beginning, at least this man actually admitted that he was insecure and need money to feel good about himself. But Bro, this bothers me. Being a man is not easy. No makeup, no wig. Bro, for one, I don't want no woman with makeup or wig. So let's get that out the way. And if you're ugly, bruh, I just went on a cruise and I ain't had a haircut in like 3 months. I ain't combed my hair. I ain't owned the pick in like 6 months. I wore pajamas and oats and sweats that I've owned for over a year. No new clothes. Didn't wear cologne at all. Bruh. Still was getting looked at by baddies. I don't care, bruh. But that's not even the most important thing. The most important thing is this. What do you mean? Bro, money can't save you. Money can just put you in a little shell, a little eggshell, so you can feel good about yourself. But you know, deep down inside, you still an insecure boy. But God can save you and lead you to peace. God can save you. Very ignorant thing to say. That was when I was on Facebook. This one I reshared it on Instagram. Only a weak lost man would say something dumb like this. And I try not to say people say dumb or stupid stuff. I usually just say ignorant, because ignorant kind of means, it's not really an insult. It just means you don't know any better for something. I'm ignorant of plenty of things. Like, you want to talk electrician stuff? I'm ignorant. I don't know anything about that. But very rarely do I say someone says something dumb or stupid. Like I did when I was younger, but I'm trying to grow out of that. But this just irritated me so much to where I just had to say, like, bro, this was just straight dumb, bro. This is just straight dumb. For one, looks ain't everything. Looks are still important, but, bro, I'm someone that, when I'm not on vacation, I wear pajamas everywhere I go, and I still get looked at by women everywhere I go, without putting absolutely no effort in. Like, my hygiene is good. I don't have on cologne, but I'm not finna stink. So there is that. But at the same time, oftentimes my hair ain't even combed. But yeah, this picture really irritated me. Let's go. Let's on to the next one. Okay. This one is kind of just like women post and say dumb stuff like this and then wonder why they single or can't find a good man. Because ain't no good masculine God-fearing man gonna want to deal with a beast. Bro. I want beauty, but I also want a feminine, nice, and sweet beauty. I don't want beauty just because she's beauty. I want beauty that's feminine and sweet. So she's beauty from inside out. That's what I want whenever I settle down. Notice I said want, not need. I need God. I don't need a woman. A woman's just a plus to my life. But yeah, women who say stuff like this, bro, when you put yourself in a masculine position like this, even the most beautiful women, you run away all the masculine men. It ain't that, and it's not that you scare them away. It's that they just don't want to deal with your BS. Like I said, they can either be super patient until they find a rare feminine woman in this country, or they can go to another country, like somewhere out in Africa or Southeast Asia, where the women are typically a lot more feminine than American women. Then American women get butthurt that the men go overseas to get other women, and it's like, bruh, a lot of us are getting tired of dealing with y'all. But yeah, like, I get it. Yeah, especially like if you want to talk about black women. Yeah, they're in that defensive mode. I get it. But bruh, that's why you get a relationship with God and have him help you out of that. Get a relationship with God and learn how to be feminine. So you find a true God-fearing masculine man Him and God will help you through that. Don't double down and be super masculine. You just gonna make things worse. Because only the feminine men are gonna want to deal with you. Alright, what's the next one? I let it go too far. Alright. There you go if you want to pause it. Now, it was more I want to say about this one. Because it's more than just chasing women with this. Because some of those you still don't want to do, bro. Like, yeah, it's going to be times, even as a masculine man, something's going to irritate the fuck out of you. And, you know, a feminine woman is going to be able to see it on your face when you're pissed off. That's one thing. If something really happens that irritates you and she can just see it on your face, that's one thing. A lot of times when you got a good feminine woman, she going to do what she can to make you feel better. If she can. That's one thing. But it's a whole other thing if you're the type of person that get pissed off and start throwing a tantrum. Like you, the woman yourself. That's a difference. Another thing is express fear. Okay, you don't want to do that. Yeah, I fear God. Yeah, I'll admit that to my woman. Because, I mean, any smart masculine man is going to fear God. At what God, like, bruh, at any point in time, God can just give up on me and just send me to what's been trying to get me my whole life. And a multitude of things can happen to me. But I'm not even scared of what could potentially happen to me on this planet. I'm scared of what can happen to me afterwards if God ever just gave up on me. Bruh. I'm gonna react to a video, some other videos tomorrow while I'm driving. I'm just doing, like, I can't do this and drive. And once I leave here and get back in my truck, I'm not gonna have this big TV. That's why I'm doing this video while I can tonight. And I'm gonna get back to my normal videos tomorrow. But I'm gonna react to something for y'all, bro. And it's just like, man, it's crazy. Like, honestly, most celebrities don't, like, and I'm not trying to be this person, but it's just the truth. Most celebrities don't even go to heaven, bro. Most people don't, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But that's the type of fear. But if you talking about fearing things on earth or bills or something, you going through something, you complaining to your woman, bro, like, bro, she's meant to be a helpmeet, not a therapist. So, no, you shouldn't really be expressing fear to your woman. A man that sets boundaries, that's something you should do as a man. 100%, bro. My boundaries are going to be strong. In fact, I'm setting boundaries before we even get in a relationship. But like, look, love, I can see, I already know you want a relationship with me. I can tell by how you act around me. I can tell by the effort you put in. And I really like your effort. So, you know, I'm not saying, you know, the relationship is going to start today. But hypothetically, let's say the relationship starts real soon. We need to sit down and we need to talk. You can tell me your little boundaries, what you don't want. And, you know, we can discuss those. And more than likely, I know you ain't, if as long as it ain't something super dumb or unreasonable, like a modern woman would do, you know, more than likely I'm going to respect your boundaries. But if you say something dumb, like, you got to call me every hour when you're not at the house, then I'll be like, okay, you're tripping. But, yeah, but for me, I'm going to set my boundaries. And it's going to be the definite boundaries, and it ain't gonna be, it's gonna be certain ones. It's gonna be like little ones, like if you cross these, I'm gonna put you in check. Then it's gonna be major boundaries, like if you ever cross one of these, you gotta go. You finna be single. So yeah, set boundaries. But yep, that is true though. He's insecure, but that's if you deal with a woman you had to chase. If a man expresses sadness, he's weak. Again, you don't really, like, it. as men, like women do this mostly, but men also do it, bro. Women are going to express how they feel, whether they want to or not. Men, we also do that. So it's going to be times, life, even in a relation, even if you got a feminine woman, it's still like life is still going to life, bro. You still gonna have to deal with it. So it's going to be times you're going to be upset, mad, or sad, and it might show on your face. You ain't trying to show it, but it might show on your face. That's one thing. But if you just the type of man that every time you get sad, you start complaining and crying, bruh, then that means you're the woman. A man that has standards he's misogynistic. That's another. That's true. That's something. If you deal with a woman you had to chase, an American woman that was raised in this country, she gonna say some dumb shit like that. But yeah, it's pretty much the same as setting boundaries. Yeah, I'm gonna have standards and boundaries, and those are gonna be super important to me, and I will put a woman in check over those. And if she crosses them to a certain degree of disrespect, I ain't even gonna put her in check. She just gonna be single at that point. If a man expresses emotions, he's a simp. Yes, he is. Like, not 100%. Look, it's gonna be times you're gonna show emotions as a man. It's normal. But again, it's one thing for emotions to just appear on your face and it just happen out like something happens. Like you just went through something. You got some super bad news. Like your woman was there next to you when you got some super bad news. And you just naturally, you frown. It's just something happens. That's, again, one thing. But it's a whole other thing if you're the type of man that every time something don't go your way, you start complaining like you're the woman. That's the woman's job, is to complain. If a man shows no emotions, he's heartless, bruh. That's some modern women say. Again, I'm not saying you show no emotions. But, like, the only emotions you really show are, like, positive emotions or, again, negative at times. But you don't express them all the time. And you damn sure don't vent to your woman. Because your woman is supposed to be a helpmeet, not a partner or a therapist. When men look at their women as therapists, bruh, it backfires on them every single time, bruh. Because as soon as something go wrong and that woman gets mad, she gonna turn around and throw the same thing you were weak to her about. So some of these are, I get some of these, and others are just like, yeah, that's actually true. All right, let's get to the next one. Let's get this over with. When you're grown, you don't play tit for tat. I just told y'all about a video on part one. When I was talking to this man. When I told y'all when I met this woman on my vacation, and we end up meeting up later and going out. And I told y'all she started doing that again, sometimes women will show you genuine attraction because they're really into you. In that case, they're not going to do tit for tat. Now, they still may have little attitudes from time to time and give you small tests, but they're not finna completely pull away or flirt with another guy to try to get you to chase them like most simps would. So if you got a woman showing you attraction and then she goes cold all of a sudden, it's because she's trying to, she really ain't attracted to you. She really just wants you to be one of her little validation puppies. And if you chase her when she goes cold, or if you double text her, or if you get upset at her flirting with other guys in public, then, bruh, all you doing is being her little validation puppy. Bro, I'm not finna be no woman's validation puppy. As soon as a woman go cold, I go cold. Like the same woman I was talking about, bruh. She started pulling away. She was flirting with another man. She called another man on the phone. She went to get a drink and never came back and went straight to the dance floor. And she was hoping I would follow her out to the dance floor after she had been entertaining other dudes all night. I'm like, bruh, no. Never talk to that woman again. And then when I finally got off the boat and got my connection back, I denied her follow request on Instagram. Now, she did follow me on YouTube, but I doubt she gonna watch the videos. If she ever comment or something, I'm probably gonna either ignore it, or if I can, or if I have to block her, I might. But I doubt she ever gonna watch these videos. So I mean, even if she do, I don't care, bro. She gonna know she effed up with me. Like, by the end of that cruise, she realized, bro, I ain't like, yeah, I tried to play with him and he ain't want to play. So, yeah, bro. This go for women too, because a lot of women, y'all do be playing tit for tat with beta males who cheat, or y'all play tit for tat with pokies and ray rays that treat y'all. Feminine women oftentimes, they will get very turned off by a man that's lie a lot or unreliable. So let's get to the next one. Let me one more time. There, you can pause the video and see that. This goes for women. This kind of go for women too, but this is definitely mostly for men. Like, don't rush a relationship, bro. Especially if you're gonna live the life like me. You're gonna be a true follower of God. You're gonna chase your dreams, your peace, and prioritize your mental health and your peace over everything except for God, including women. Then you ain't no need, like, it just be dumb for you to chase a relationship, bro. The women that chase you are gonna want relationships with you. They're gonna ask you, what are we? And at that point, you gotta vet her. If you can see yourself in a relationship with her, that's fine. But that don't mean you jump right into one. Because again, some women chase men for validation purposes or to destroy them. So you really gotta have a relationship with God, and you gotta vet that woman so you know the difference. Because even if she's really good at hiding it and you miss something, God's gonna be there for you, bro. But you gotta really prioritize him and put him first. And again, often I say this all the time, bro. My relationship with God is not perfect. I still have my rebellious moments. I still have weak moments. I still have sinful moments. I still have issues that I have to deal with. But again, there's a difference between struggling with sin from time to time and just actively living in sin. There's a complete difference from that. I made multiple videos on that. I'm gonna make more talking about that, bro. One of the most demonic things they teach in many churches, bro, is once saved, always saved. Once you get baptized, you're always saved. Like, bro, that's BS. Get that BS out of here. All right, let's go to the next one. What's this one? I got two more. I think three, actually, because it's a video I want to react to. Okay. Read this. I ain't really gonna talk about this one too much because it kinda is what it is, bro. It's like, yeah, men in relationships often are the men that get sought after the most by women a lot of times. Either men in relationships or single men with a lot of options that they show around. Like, that's what I like. Now I got like a true relationship with God and stuff. And like, I'm truly trying to prioritize God best I can. So I don't really post too much on Instagram anymore. But what I used to do is, and I still got pictures and videos up of, you can see one. Matter of fact, I don't want to back out of this just yet. But I might show you some, like other cruises I've been on, me dancing with women, pictures I took with women. I do that, like, bruh, because I know women, how women are. Now, some women may get turned off by that when you post pictures you take with other women. But the women that do are the women that wanted to rush straight into a relationship with you. And me, the man who's not looking for a relationship, that's fine with me. That just makes it easier for me. So the women that still want to talk to me after they see the pictures I post are women that completely understand that they're not the only one. And they often like that because they like men that are good with other women. But yeah, I ain't finna talk too much about that one because I'm trying to finish this up. Let's get to the next one. There you go. Wait. Oh, shoot. Huh. I'm tripping. Hold on. Wait till the next one. Wait till the next one. There we go. Now, I talked about this on my Instagram story earlier. And I'm going to talk about, it's a whole video I'm going to react to tomorrow. A video of, again, it's videos people who have pretty much died and got taken to hell before. People have died before and got revived and stuff like that. It's something like that, and then the people actually will describe what they went through when that happened. And a lot of times it'd be people that be living these lukewarm Christian lives, like, oh, once saved, always saved, but they don't really be living like they're supposed to. And then, God warns them. Like, this is where you can end up. And one of the things that, and it's crazy because I was already telling people in some of my videos, like, bruh, how can God forgive you if you can't forgive people that's hurt you? And then I find a video really talking about it because the video was a title. It was like, this one sin sends the most Christians to hell. When I clicked on the video, I didn't even know what the sin was. And they were like, it's something simple. It's like, it's not even anything big. And I mean, obviously the big ones are still going to send people to hell too. But you would think that something so simple, you would get overlooked. No, bro. This is technically, from what I heard, is the sin that sends the most Christians to hell. It's not forgiving those. And pretty much, this is one of the times where on Facebook where things are preaching. It says, the best revenge is none. Time expresses, karma corrects, and God humbles. So pretty much just saying, look, forgive those who've wronged you. Don't be out here looking for revenge on people that's wronged you. And look, I ain't necessarily perfect with this. I still sometimes think about people that's wronged me, and I'll start to get irritated sometimes. But oftentimes, all the time actually, I'll catch myself and be like, God forgive them for what they did, for they don't know what they do. And God forgive me for allowing that to get to me. God allow me to forgive people. I asked God the other day, like, God, if it's anyone that I haven't forgiven that I don't know, please forgive, because I really want to forgive everyone that's hurt me. I have no reason to hold on to them grudges because it's so much things I've done and said wrong to God. Like, it's been times I've cursed or, got mad at God and blamed him for stuff that I've been through when he was the one that was protecting me the whole time. So God doesn't owe me forgiveness. So who am I to go around telling other people? I don't need you telling me that. Who am I to go around? I was talking to my speaker, but who am I to go around telling people or talking about people like saying I can't forgive people, bruh? Bruh, it's someone that owes me $2,000 right now. I've forgiven them. I pray for them multiple times. Yeah, sometimes when I think about them too much, it does kind of bother me. But it's like, bruh, it is what it is. They're forgiven in my heart, bruh. I can't sit here and think about revenge or trying to get my get back on someone that's wronged me, because it's just like, let God deal with that type of stuff, for one. And for two, well, for one, if you want God to forgive you for your sins, bro, forgive me those. Two, let God deal with that stuff. It's not your job to be thinking about revenge and stuff. But yeah, here you see, that's back then when I was drinking and stuff, having a little fun. Look at some on Instagram. See, I understood. Okay, that's my sister, but all right. We finna end this. I think it's one more I want to do. Hold on. Okay, this one. Listen to this real quick. It's the last thing we gonna do, and I'm finna. Oh, well, I guess Instagram don't want to play the video then. Well, that's it then, y'all. I've done enough. It took me 3 videos to do these, so y'all have a blessed night.